Thanks for joining chair yoga with me. Let's get started. Let's step the feet wide here. Take a comfortable seat in our chair. As we start, we'll just let the hands rest heavy on the legs, and we'll settle into a breath here. Taking a full deep inhale through the nose, and a full exhale through the mouth. Good, another breath just like that. Starting to sit a little taller. Deep inhale through the nose. Full exhale through the mouth. Good, one more time. Deep inhale through the nose, filling the lungs to full. Big exhale through the mouth. Good, let's start to take those arms high as we take a deep breath in. Exhale, releasing some tension with that breath. Deep inhale, rising, reaching tall. Exhale to lower. Perfect. Inhale, reaching tall. As we reach up through the fingertips here, let's ground down through the feet, pressing through the heels, toes, the ball of the foot, and really resting the lower body heavy in the seat, reaching tall through the spine, breathing deep through the nose. Exhale brings us down. Good, noticing that spine really remains tall, even as we let those arms relax beside us. One more breath, deep inhale, tall. Exhale, coming down. Good. From here, let's start to warm up the spine, reaching down on the right as we look up to the left. And I like to find a gentle rise and fall. Good, letting that next breath pull us upright, and we drop down to the left, looking up to the right. As we inhale, keeping that chest lifted, even though we're leaning to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale, let's drop it to the right once more as we look up to the left. Really working on that lateral flexion of the spine, the ability to bend to the sides. Full inhale, tall. Last side, exhale, dropping left hand as we look up to the right. Full breath lifts the chest. Big exhale. Good, next breath pulls us upright. And from here, those arms rising tall. Deep inhale. This time as we exhale, bringing those elbows tight to the ribs, to the waistline. Inhale, pressing tall. Good, exhale down. As we inhale, really pressing like you're lifting a weight overhead. Exhale, pulling elbows tight. Inhale, press to rise. Exhale, pulling elbows down. Good, let's do two more. Inhale, lifting that load overhead. Exhale, pulling elbows down. Inhale, pressing tall. Exhale, pulling to lower. Good. As we drop those arms here, starting to slide them down the legs, coming into our first forward fold as we start to release the low back here. Let's take one more deep inhale through the nose. As we exhale, falling forward once more, letting the top of the head reach to the ground. Starting to rest our gaze on the wall behind us. One more easy breath, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Starting to slide right up those legs. Let's take an inhale, tall overhead to inflate the lungs. Exhale, coming down. Starting to work on the rotation of the spine here. Let's cross left hand over right leg and starting to look, twist towards the right. Full inhale. Full exhale. Good. With our next inhale, switching sides, starting to twist towards the left, really taking hold of that leg. Pressing through the feet, really leaving that lower body behind in the chair, twisting in the spine. Big inhale inflates the lungs. Full exhale through the mouth. Perfect. Let's bring it around once more to the right, crossing both sides. Deep inhale, sitting tall. Full exhale. Perfect. As we come back to center here, let's take one more breath. Tall overhead, expanding the lungs evenly. Full exhale to lower. From here, let's start to rest those hands back onto the legs. And we're going to start to take some circles in the hips here. Super slow motion to start. Just tracing a circle, settling into that range of motion of the hips. Good, starting to soften the eyes as we circle and bringing our attention back to the breath here. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. One more time, full inhale through the nose, full exhale through the mouth. When we meet back at center, let's just take that in reverse, going the opposite direction. Taking an extra moment, any areas that feel tight or stiff, or listening to our bodies and kind of backing out of anything that feels sharp or too intense. One more breath here, circling. We'll meet back tall at center. From here, let's step the legs together to make a right angle. And we're going to come into some side bends as we inhale, taking left arm tall. Reaching high, bringing that whole spine tall with us. As we exhale, bending right. Deep inhale into those ribs. Full exhale. Perfect. One more breath. Deep inhale, spreading the ribs. We're lifting the chest as if it's peeking towards the ceiling, even in this bent position. Next inhale brings us tall. One more, reach high. Perfect. Switching out the sides here as we inhale, right arm reaches tall as we've been all day, bringing the whole back high with us. As we exhale, dropping towards the left. We can find a little rise and fall to ease into it. Big full breath, inflating the lungs, spreading the ribs. Heavy exhale. Good, one more breath, still lifting that chest to the ceiling. Full exhale through the mouth. Good. Inhale brings us tall. One more, reach high. Exhale to lower. Let's slide right back down those legs, countering that movement with a forward fold. Good. And just finding where the legs want to be comfortable here. If the hips are feeling tight, those knees may relax away. But if that feels like a good stretch, we'll keep them together at center. Another full inhale through the nose. Heavy exhale through the mouth. Softening the head, the neck, the shoulders. Good. With our next inhale, sliding right on back up here. Let's come into another twist. As we inhale, taking those arms tall overhead. Palms meet. We're going to come down halfway here. We've got those palms together at center. We're kind of looking for a rectangle here in the arms. With our next breath, let's take right elbow over to left leg. And we're really pressing through the palms, driving through that elbow to find our turn here. Deep breath, expanding the lungs. Full heavy exhale. Good, settling into that gentle rotation of the spine. Deep breath to inflate. Heavy exhale. Perfect, one more breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Heavy exhale through the mouth. Perfect. As we unwrap here back to center, let's take one breath overhead, reaching tall. Palms meet, exhale. Brings us down. We find that rectangle in the arms. This time I'm taking left elbow, crossing to right leg, right knee, and landing where it's comfortable. Driving through the elbow, pressing palms together. Good, to find that rotation. Deep inhale through the nose. Full heavy exhale through the mouth. Good, trying to keep those feet evenly planted. Another full inhale through the nose. Heavy exhale through the mouth. Good, last breath here. Deep inhale, expanding. Full exhale, deflating. Good, as we unwrap here, big breath overhead, opening the lungs. Reaching tall, big exhale to lower. Perfect. Coming back to center here, let's step those feet wide once more. And we'll begin to circle the hips here. Again, just finding that gentle range of motion of recovery yoga. Good. And this may look different for you. You may be able to find a decent fall towards the floor at center, but you may not. And if that's the case, we're just kind of tracing a C here. Kind of on each side, creating a circle wherever that is today. If it's more upright, that's just as well. And with every breath, sinking, relaxing deeper into that range of motion. Just noticing where the torso, where the body wants to roll. Good, as we pass back through center, let's take that in reverse. And sometimes those first few circles feel sticky. Good. Breathing as we trace those circles here. When you're ready, kneeling back, tall at center. We'll step those feet together here. Pressing evenly through the feet, through the seat, Big inhale helps us sit tall. And we take those arms tall overhead, reaching high. Full exhale, coming down. Let's take that motion of the hips into the neck here, starting to drop the chin towards the chest. As we inhale, chin reaches tall for the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. Good, inhale, rises tall. And exhale back to center. From here, let's go ahead and drop right ear to right shoulder. Feeling that stretch down the neck. With our next breath, rolling over left ear to left shoulder. Good. From here, starting to gently trace a circle. One direction. Again, just finding that range of motion of the neck here. Noticing where the neck wants to go and how it wants to roll. With our next pass through center, let's go ahead and just reverse that. So right ear to right shoulder, rolling in reverse here. Taking an extra moment for anything that feels tight or stiff, sending in an extra breath. Good, one more full circle. This direction, all the way around. And we'll meet back at center. Let's go ahead and put our head back on right here. As we inhale, taking a sharp look to the right. With our next breath, coming back, looking sharply left. One more time, big inhale to the right. Big exhale to center. Big inhale left. Exhale to release. Thanks for joining me for day 3 of Chair Recovery Yoga.